Let's pick up on that conversation as far as the US markets are concerned and that weaker data as far as retail sales was concerned yesterday, and the fact that a number of people in the market seemingly thinking, hey, this is a good thing now for the markets because it means again that the Fed has to second guess a decision as far as rate rises in the future are concerned. Let's bring in an expert on the idea of a QE trap. Richard Koo joins us now. He's the chief economist at the Nomura Research Institute. Richard, great to have you on. You've long talked about a QE trap as far as monetary policy is concerned. Yeah. Who's in the bigger bind here? Do you think the Fed trying to calibrate monetary policy at this stage, or the ECB, where we've got now, what, a third of sovereign bonds in Europe trading in negative interest rate yields?
Well, both of them are basically facing the same problem, which is that we are in a situation where private sectors in any of these economies, United States, UK, or Europe, are not borrowing money at zero interest rates. They're all repairing balance sheets after what happened in the housing market and so forth. But when no one is borrowing money, monetary policy is largely useless. But Fed tried to get it, because in a situation, you have to have someone borrowing money. The best solution is for government to borrow. But for some unfortunate reasons, many governments cannot borrow. As a result, all the burdens on the central bank, and Fed did the first with QE. And they kept on doing it. Not much happened. Inflation didn't pick up. So they kept on doing it more. Now, there's enough reserves in the US banking system to increase money supply by 18 times. We're potentially facing 1,800% inflation rate. But now, finally, US consumers are beginning to borrow money for the first time in 6-7 years. So now you have to remove this massive excess reserves, $2.5 trillion, and never in the human history that anything like this was attempted, to actually bring the reserves down to 1/18th of where it was.
Is rates the way to do this right now for Yellen? Should they be raising rates?
That's what they decided at the FOMC, but I'm trying to argue that now that inflation is so low, oil prices so far down, they should reduce the balance sheets of the Fed first. And if that causes long interest rates to go up, the Fed can simply announce that, hey, keep the zero interest rates longer. And if the market understands that, long rates might not go up, and Fed may be able to bring the balance sheets down, which is what is needed really at the end of the day.